Talking about all week long. April is Autism Awareness Month. 1 in 110 children are diagnosed, and we continue to talk about the disorder this morning. One aspect that's a great panic for parents is, of course, a recent debate that we've heard over in years, and that's vaccinations. So Dr. Doreen Granpeesheh is here. She is a world-renowned autism expert, along with Nancy Alspaugh-Jackson, a mother of a child who has autism, and also you're the executive director of ACT Today. Thank you both so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Well, let's first start with you. You're the mom. Tell us about your son.
Well, my son was diagnosed at 3 with autism, my son Wyatt. He could have been diagnosed much earlier, but I think the warning signs a lot of pediatricians were not aware of, a lot of educators weren't, and unfortunately, because he got a late diagnosis, he got a late start with the kind of therapy that Doreen has pioneered, the ABA, Applied Behavioral Analysis. And he's done remarkably well. He's 9 now. But because we had such a hard time getting the proper treatment, I found out about an organization that Doreen had founded, Autism Care and Treatment Today, and now I run that foundation. I'm the executive director, and we help other families get grants for treatment.
How does this help other families? What exactly is it?
Well, the biggest problem with autism, or one of the biggest problems, is that you can't access good therapy. It's very hard to find good providers. So ACT Today is our nonprofit organization that gives grants for services. Now, one of the biggest, I think the biggest helpful things that we've done is we've developed this technology called Skills. And Skills is a program that teaches parents and teachers how to work with kids. So it has a training component and then an assessment for the child and a curriculum. And so it helps you set up the entire behavioral program for the child. And through ACT, we're giving skills to families and schools at no cost. And this program is called Skills for America. We're basically providing technology now for all teachers, schools all over the country, so that we can train teachers and help kids.
Has it helped Wyatt?
Wyatt is in an ABA therapy program. And what Skills does is makes this kind of program accessible to all children. Gotcha. ACT Today gives grants for everything from like safety equipment for severely autistic children, like helmets and fencing, and we give grants for therapy and tuition. But Skills for America, I think, is really going to revolutionize autism therapy and treatment for all kids, and will make it accessible for all parents.
We mentioned earlier in the show vaccinations and the fear that parents have. Did you have that fear? And I guess next then I want to ask you how you address it.
Okay. I did have that fear. I was told by my pediatrician, oh, vaccines don't cause autism. My son, in fact, did. He was typically developing till his vaccines, his MMR in particular, and he had a very high fever. And I did notice that he regressed after that. I don't believe vaccines cause autism. However, I do believe vaccines can play a role in some children, and I do believe they need to be made safer. But I don't want to create more confusion by saying don't vaccinate your children, because it's not that simple, right, Doreen?
Right. The big issue with autism is that these children are not able to detoxify fast enough. So, you know, toxic elements such as vaccines or other things, you know, what's in our food and I don't know, environmental toxins, there's a variety of them, play different roles in the onset of the symptoms of autism for some of the children.
Okay, if people want to learn more about ACT Today, how do they do that?
Our go to act-today.org. We need people to donate. We need to fund programs for all these kids. There's not enough help. And then we can help more families. We have hundreds of families awaiting grants right now. We give out grants 4 times a year. And we also have a campaign for military children with autism.
Oh, great.
So people can go to act-today.org to learn more about a grant or donating, and learn more about Skills for America.
Right, and that's Skills for America or Center for Autism and Related Disorders. There's information on all of those websites.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for coming in.
Thank you
for having us.
If you missed those websites, we'll post it on our website, abc2news.com. Charlie.